Very good morning, everyone. How are you all? Everyone fine? Last class we started partnership. Have you created any partnership with anyone? Still no. Are you planning to create? But in that also, what is required? Mutual understanding is required. Agreement is required. Offer and acceptance is required. There is a contract. Contract require offer and acceptance. If you offer but other party does not, it is not contract or agreement. Chalo, now what's your doubt? Which question? Question number one you have doubt? That I will do only. Chalo. So last class I have asked you to do two questions. One is illustration, one is question number one. First let us come to question number one. Correct? I think it's a good question. How many of you have understood without reading solution? Without reading solution? Good only. So wise, clever and dull. You know wise, you know clever, you know dull. So you don't know dull. It's a dull. We are trading in partnership, sharing profit and losses in the ratio 4 is to 3 respectively. The accounts of the firm are made up to 31st December every year. The partnership provided inter alia that what day on the death of a partner, the goodwill was to value the 3 years purchase of average profit method of 3 years up to the date of death after deducting interest at a rate of 8% on capital employed and a fair remuneration of each partner. Similar question we have done. The profit are assumed to be earned evenly throughout the year. On 30th June 2019, this is only the point which was not in the previous question, whatever we have done. If they have given the date of death, which is not year end, means it is at the 30th June 2019. Correct? Wise died and it was agreed on his death to adjust goodwill in the capital account without showing any amount of goodwill in the balance sheet. This we know. Thank you very much. Bolo, thank you very much. Always whenever this time also you should say smiley. Thank you very much. It was agreed for the purpose of valuation of goodwill that a fair remuneration of work done by each partner would be 15,000 per annum and the capital employed will be 1,56,000. Clever and dull were to continue the partnership sharing profit and losses in the ratio equally. The following were the profit given. You are required to compute the value of goodwill to be sold. But in this, what actually happened? What is the first year 2016 they have given? Then 2017, then 2018, then 2019. And when the like person died? 30th June 2019. Correct? So 30th June. So this is 31st March 2019. Correct? He died 31st March. So he died on 30th June. It is March, na? Year end is 31st March. December it is given. Where it is given? Not given anywhere. At the 31st December, देखो 1 point if will miss, it will be mistake. Correct? So always whenever this type of question, just check whether it is 31st 12 be 31st March. 30th June will be this 30th June 2019. So this is the date of death. Correct? So can you see this will be 1 year from the date of death. This is second year and this is third year. Are you able to understand? It means can I say for this 2016, 17, 18, 19. For 2016 we need to take only half year profit. For 2017 we need to take full year profit. For 2018 we need to take full year profit. And for 2019 we need to take only half year profit. This is 3 years from the date of death. This is only interesting point in this question. Have you understood what I am saying? Have you understood? Means first we'll calculate average profit. Calculation of average profit. So can you see we need to find out 3 year profit up to the date of death. So can you see for that we want half profit of which year? 2016. It is given it is uniformly earned. Means monthly profit are same. So we can see what is the profit we have given 67,000 200 will to divide by 2, it will be 33,600. Then we'll take full profit of which year? Profit of 2017. This is given how much? 75,600. Then we'll take profit of 2018. How much given? 72,000. Then we'll take half profit of 2019. How much? Is 31,200. So can you see this become total profit for 3 year up to what? Up to 30th June 2019, means up to the date of death. How much? 2,12,400. Correct. Understood. Can you see we should deduct from this interest on capital employed? Interest on capital employed. How much capital they have given? 1,56,000 into what? 8% into 3 year. So into 3 year will do. Bole yes or no? 3 year, so 3 year interest on capital we should deduct. How much it is coming? बोलना 37,440. Correct. Then we should also deduct remuneration of each partner for 3 year. It will be 15,000 into 3 partner into 3 year. How much it is coming? 1,35,000. 1,35,000. Are you able to understand? Can I see this become adjusted profit? So how much? Adjusted profit for 3 year. Adjusted profit is how much? Hmm? 29,000? 39,960. What is the average profit divided by? What will do? 39,960 divided by 3. How much? 13,320. So goodwill they have given how much number of years purchase? It is average profit multiplied by number of years purchase, which is 13,320 into what? 3 only na? Become 39,960. This is the goodwill. Simple. They have asked you to calculate goodwill or accounting treatment also. And so the adjustment. So let us do adjustment. Then we'll do point number 2, goodwill adjustment table. Goodwill adjustment table. There are 3 partners: wise, clever, and dull. What is the OPSR? What was the OPSR? 4:3:3. Can you allocate? One five 984. 984. 11988. 11988. Then what is new PSR equally? Equally means 1:1. Who died? Wise died. Can you divide by 2? 188. 199. 19980. 19980. become 15,984. Sacrifices credit. How much gain? 7,992. 7,992. This is debited and debited. This become adjustment entry. Correct. Super easy. Have you understood? Correct. Now only for your understanding, this though you have understood. This similar calculation we can also do in this way. Total profit was 2,12,400. Means if you see the solution, what they have done, 2,12,400. First they have done average profit. How much average profit? Divide by 3. 70,800. From this, because now average means 1 year. When I say average, average means it become for 1 year. Now because the interest on capital and the remuneration are same for every year, so we can do this shortcut. But okay, this is one shortcut. Shortcut can't be applied in every question. Shortcut can't be applied in every question. Are you getting what I am saying? Therefore, I don't follow this. Why I don't follow this? Because if I will give this method, you will think you can apply this method in every question now. So because interest on capital is equal and fair remuneration is equal for every year, we can say minus interest on capital for every year means 1 year. How much? 1 year. It is 12,480 and remuneration is how much for 1 year? It is 45,000. Correct? What the answer is coming? Same answer is coming. Check. 13,320. But this can be done only when the whatever you are deducting, that should be same for every year. Means if I say interest on capital is first year 8%, second year 12%, third year 15%, can you do like this? No, Baba. No. Then my method, whatever I have said. Means first calculate what? Profit, then do adjustment. First find out adjusted profit, then do average. This is what? Shortcut. Shortcut can be dangerous when you are not conceptually strong. Are you able to understand? So this is the method given by ICI. Chalega? Okay. Chalo. Can we start once again, everyone? Come to one more illustration. Which illustration? Illustration number? Illustration number 11, na? Come to I11. I11, I11, I11. Good question. CU and AU. Who and O? Who? O. We're in partnership sharing profit in the ratio 5:3. On 1st April 2020, they decided to admit the partnership on the following term. What is the name? CU, AU, AG. CU, AU, AG. Understood? Means 100% married person has written this name. CU, AU, AG. AG will bring. AG will bring. You will only bring. AG will bring 2 lakh as capital for 1/4 share. New profit sharing ratio is 2:1:1 among CU, AU, AG. Correct? CU was entitled to salary of 2,000 per month. It was revised to 3,000 per month on 1st October 2018. So from 1st October 2018 it was revised. Okay. Means up to 1st October it was 2,000. After that it was revised. Okay. Interest on capital was paid at a rate of 8% per annum. Capital as on 31st March 2020. Means this is the date of admission only. CU 4 lakh and AU 3 lakh, which has remained unchanged since last 4 years. Goodwill was to be valued at the basis of 3 years purchase of average adjusted weighted average profit of the past 4 years. Now they have mentioned in the question weighted average. Even though there is no trend, we need to apply what? Now if you apply simple average, then understood? Because question specifies now. Now there is no trend, that you are not supposed to look into that. You can see this profit is given. This profit was subject to following rectification. A machine costing rupees 40,000 purchased on 1st October 2018 was wrongly charged to revenue the machinery was depreciated by 20%. So the 40,000 depreciation is 20%. It was purchased on 1st October 2018. 1st October 2018 means in this year it was purchased. 1st October 2018 means in the third year. You need to charge depreciation for how many year? 1.5 year. 1.5 year, na? Half year depreciation will be how much? So half year depreciation 4,000. Then it will be 8,000. It means, can I say, you need to first, because the machine costing rupees was wrongly charged to revenue. If you want to rectify what journal entry, you need to increase machinery. You need to increase machinery and decrease expense. What journal entry? Machinery account debit to PL adjustment account. PL adjustment account means we need to increase profit by 40,000. Then for depreciation, what journal entry? Depreciation nominal account. PL adjustment account debit to machinery. Then for this also PL adjustment account debit to machinery. This is which stage? First, second, third. Third stage means for nominal account what you will use? PL adjustment account. Correct? I hope you have understood this. Stock on 31st March 2018 we are overvalued by rupees 20,000. So you will decrease. So if you will decrease, what impact? Decrease stock na? बोलना नहीं. You will say the rectification entry. You will decrease stock. What journal entry? अच्छा, we have done inventory valuation. Inventory valuation. If you will decrease stock, profit will increase or decrease. It is closing stock. So it will decrease in closing stock will decrease profit. And can is next year it will become opening stock. So increase in opening decrease in opening stock will increase in profit. Same thing means can there will be two impact. This is closing stock of this year and opening stock of next year. So you need to give that effect. Understood? Arey bol. There was a loss of fire amounting to rupees 10,000 in the year 1617, which was not considered in trading account but correctly debited to PL account. Means there was a loss of fire amounting to rupees 10,000 in the year 1670, which was not considered in trading account but correctly debited in the loss of stock. होना चाहिए. There was a loss of fire. There was a loss by fire. Means what they are saying, it was not considered in trading account but correctly debited in PL account. So can you see we for what is journal entry for abnormal loss? Abnormal loss to purchase. Yeah, we can say abnormal loss to trading account. Trading account is nothing but PL adjustment account. We need to pass one journal entry what? बोलो. Means what is journal entry? बताओ. Can you say our correct journal entry is abnormal loss account debit to trading or purchase? Correct. And the second journal entry is what? Profit and loss account debit to abnormal loss. Means can you see the effect has been given यहाँ पर? The effect has not been given यहाँ पर. It means we need to also what? Give credit effect. So we need to increase credit effect means we need to increase the profit by how much? 10,000. We need to increase the profit by 10,000. Debtors as on 31st March 2020 include a bad debt. We need to include that bad debt, but that has not been accounted. We need to reduce debtor. If you want to reduce debtor, what journal entry? PL adjustment to debtor means you will decrease profit. Uggs they shall bring share of goodwill in cash. So he is bringing share of goodwill in cash. Correct. You are required to calculate amount of goodwill AG is supposed to bring and journal entry for the same. Can we do? Very good question now. But I don't know whether this type of question will come or not. Means if they ask a specific question goodwill, then only they will ask this question. Because in case of admission retirement, if they ask this question, can I see it will become 20 marks question. So it has been given till now not asked. One good question has been given to inform you that we can ask. So be prepared. We can ask na. Be prepared. If you are asking, then solve it. Otherwise, don't do it. So question number, illustration number 10, 11. So we need to first write down how many years. Calculation of first average profit. First average profit na. Year end is 31st March or 31st 12. March only. Whenever this is 16, 17, 17, 18, then it will be always what, March. So it is 16, 17, 17, 18, 18, 19, 19, 20. Correct. So first profit given. How much profit given? Batao. Is given how much? 2,10,000. Can you help me? 2,10,000, then 2,60,000, then 2,10,000, then 3,05,000. Then one by one, can we do the adjustment? First, can I say this will do point number A? Correct. Written plus minus machine wrongly charged to PL. Correct. Understood. In which year? 2018. So 40,000 will be what? 40,000 will be added or deducted. Means what will be our journal entry? Machine account debit to PL adjustment. So it will be, what is the correct entry? Machine account rectified entry, machine account debit to PL adjustment. PL is increasing now. You will decrease your expense, means profit will increase. Correct. Understood. But can I say we need to give depreciation effect also? Depreciation of that year is 4,000 already we calculated. Means net effect we can give 40,000. What is net effect? 40 minus, we can say 40 minus 4 means can is 36,000 plus, can we say? And the next year depreciation is how much? 8,000. This will be minus, depreciation will minus. Have you understood? I'll give journal entry also for all this. I'll give journal entry also so that it will help you in the time of revision. What is second adjustment? Stock. So plus minus stock adjustment. So stock of which year? 31st March 2018 was overvalued. Means will decrease. So can I say in this 20,000 will be decrease in profit? In this 20,000 will be increase in profit? Bole yes or no? Means closing stock of this year will become opening stock of next year. Understood this point? Have you understood this point? Then what is given? Next point. There was a loss of fire, na? So in which year they have given loss of fire? 16, 17, first year. So can I say we need to increase the profit? I said abnormal loss of trading account. That effect has not been given. When you credit trading means profit will increase. Then loss due to fire not recorded in which account? Trading account. Not recorded in trading account. We need to increase now. By how much? 10,000. What is the last effect? Debtors. So we need to debtor of 31st March 2020 last year. So it is 5,800 minus bad debt not recorded. Bad debt not recorded. How much? It is 5,000 minus from last year. This is all corrections we have done. First we have done corrections. First we have done corrections. What wrong? They have done WTB they have given. It is mentioned. Oh, I have not seen. Chalo, my mistake. Okay, my mistake. I have not seen. So 36,000 into 20% how much? 7,000? I have not seen that. Okay, my mistake. 7,000? 7,200. Now okay? Chalo. Understood? Correct. Now there are two more adjustment which is given at the beginning only. You can see they have said कि Q was entitled salary of 2000 per month. It was revised to 3000 per month from 1st October 2018. Correct? And interest on capital was paid at a rate of 8% per annum. Correct. So guys, this is partner salary and interest on capital, partners interest on capital. So this net profit is not adjusted with that. So guys, to calculate goodwill, you should also consider this. So you should deduct it or you should add it. Batao. Have you understood this point? What I am saying? Have you understood this point? What I am saying? Just write down. Minus salary of which partner? Salary of CU. For the first year it was how many? 2000 per month. For second year it was how much? It was 2000 per month only. Check karo. It was increased on which date? 1st October 2018 means third year. 1st October 2018 means third year na. Third year also from the mid of the year. Correct. First year it is 12,000. Sorry, 24,000. 24,000 we should deduct. Second year also 24,000. Fourth year it will be 3,000 into 12. Fourth year. Fourth year it will be 3,000 into 12. Fourth year. I am saying fourth year. So 3,000 to is 36,000. But third year it will be what? 2,000 into 6 plus what? 3,000 into 6. How much? Have you understood? Interesting, na? Similarly, we'll do interest on, but interest on capital. They said capital remains same. What is the total capital of first two partners? So 7 lakh. What is the rate of interest? 8% is coming how much? So 56,000 minus 56,000 minus 56,000 minus 56,000 minus. I hope this to you have understood. All adjustment done. Can you give me adjusted profit? Adjusted profit. How much? 1,40,000. Then 1,60,000. Then 1,80,000. Then what a good question, na? Question cannot be better than this. After adjustment, such a 40, 60, 80, 200. Good question, na? Means whenever this type of answers coming means you are doing perfect. There is no need to cross check also. Now they have said weight it will apply weight. We'll do what? 4, 3, 2, 1. Bole yes or no? I was cross checking you, Ray. I was cross checking that boy. Understood, Ray? Hmm? So product, can you give me product? 1,40,000. Then 3,20,000. How much? 5,40,000. Then 8 lakh. Okay. Then can you give me what? Average profit. Average profit. This total can you give me? 18. 18 lakh divided by what? Divided by 10, na? It become 1 lakh. This become average profit. So goodwill is what? 1,80,000 into what? 3 is equal to what? How much? 5,40,000. 5,40,000 become goodwill. Correct. Now they are asking how much new partner will bring. So what is his share? 1/4 na. So he will bring 1/4. What is the name of new partner? AG na. AG will bring how much? 5,40,000 divided by 1/4. Now how much? 1,35,000. Look. And this will be shared by other partner in which ratio? Sacrificing ratio. You can do by using adjustment table. Adjustment table that is not asked, but you can do na. Acha, they have asked journal entry also. Journal entry also do. What is journal entry? AG capital account debit to what? TU and to AU. Can you give me this whether the sacrifice ratio is given when new PS are given? New PS are given. Then so you need to do that OPSI and new PSR. Or you need to find out sacrificing ratio. So can you give me this amount? Means you have done divide by 2. Why you have done divide by 2? Why you are doing divide by 2? So who said 1 is to 1? You have calculated sacrifice. 1 by 8, 1 by 8 you calculated. Sacrifice ratio you have calculated. Then तो okay. You calculated sacrificing ratio? हाँ? बुक में दिया हुआ है. नालायक. Means calculate everyone. Sacrificing ratio is coming how much? 1 is to 1 pakka? Then okay. So 67,000 means don't say equally by your own, huh? So it is 1 is to 1. You calculated sacrificing ratio. I don't know. Huh? Correct? 1 is to 1 is correct. I know. But in exam, don't assume 1 is to 1. That I am saying. It can be 2 is to 3 also. Okay? Very good. Super easy question. MRQ write down. Must revise question. Because what happen if suppose this question come, it will come same to same. Same to same it will come. If suppose it will come. Therefore I said MRQ. You revise before exam, same to same. Then to Diwali. Correct na? Done. Now we'll start what? So we were doing reconstitution. In that point number 1 we have done new PSR. Point number 2 what we have done? Goodwill. Now point number 3 is what? Revaluation. A revaluation of what? Assets and liabilities on the date of what? On the date of admission, not all event. Huh? We are not doing admission, we are doing reconstitution of firm, either admission, retirement, death, or change in PSR. Concept remains same. You have done separate. I am doing together. Whether it is admission, whether it is retirement, whether it is whatever, same concept. First new PSR, then goodwill, then revaluation. Revaluation also remain same. In on the date of what? Reconstitution of firm. Achha, have you done this concept before? Revaluation. Can you explain me why we do revaluation? Increase your volume. Why new means someone is coming will revalue. First, we have done historical cost concept. Cost concept means what? We should not change the value. So what happened here? We are changing the value. Correct? Right now we have done inventory chapter AS2. Cost price NRV which is lower. But here we are increasing also. Why? First thing, so this is Bakwas concept. Bakwas. Only you will see this in what? In theoretical, means in this examination point. Practically this does not exist. Concept is important, but whatever we are doing, that is Bakwas. Can we change the value of asset? No. Even though we are changing, we should change as per the requirement of AS or Ind AS. Are you able to understand? So right now we have not done AS. Right now we don't know about Ind AS. So we are not discussing based on AS or Ind AS. But we have done cost concept. So can we change? We can change only when it is sold, but not sold. But then also concept is important. Means right now you said that to bring the value at market value, this is बकवास, आपको बेवकूफ बनाया जा रहा है. कहाँ पर? 11 12. Oh, if suppose you have done foundation class and that is paid to you, then तो महा बेवकूफ बनाया जा रहा है. Because if you are taking CA classes and some teacher is saying that we need to increase the market value of asset, then why only in partnership? We have done final account of proprietorship. There, so we have not done that. There, so we should do that. We should also increase the value of asset anytime. Correct now. So what is the concept? First, let me explain you what is the concept. Suppose Ram started a business with rupees 1 lakh. Just try to understand why the concept is important. First, I'll give you the concept, then Bakwas method, then the correct method. I'll correct it also. What we do practically. Correct. Bakwas method I need to do because of examination purpose. Because they will say revalue and we say no, we will not do. So they will say come after 6 months. And then we will revalue. Correct now. We can't do that now. I need to teach you as per the requirement of ICI syllabus. So I am following ICI. ICI know that this is Bakwas. But we need to follow. Because ICI is following. Correct. So Ram, and suppose capital become how much? 1 lakh. So cash will become how much? 1 lakh. Let us assume from this cash they purchase land. So land become how much? 1 lakh. Balance sheet tallied or not? Balance sheet tallied. Correct. Now suppose after 10 years. Suppose in this there is no other transaction. That means not disturb the balance sheet. Land remain land like this. No depreciation also. Standing in the balance sheet like this na. And suppose there is no transaction, there is no other transaction. So capital remain like this only, there is no profit. Correct. So after this, after 10 years, can you say land will be same only 1 lakh and Ram capital will remain same na 1 lakh, balance sheet will be unchanged. Bole ya suno, correct. Now Ram need additional capital, but Ram does not have Sita. So I need to interact with other person na. नहीं है सीता. So Ram will meet Ravan and Ravan will bring additional capital. He will become a partner in this business. So Ram meet whom? Ravan. It means Ravan need to bring additional capital. Understood. So from the balance sheet, how much additional capital he should bring? From the balance sheet, how much additional capital he should bring? If the ratio is 1:1, I need to give 1:1. 1 lakh, prime facie 1 lakh. Ram will say, Arey, the value of land, this is the historical cost now. We purchased 10 years before. But right now, Arey Ravan, look. But now value of this land is how much? 50 lakh. Oh, अच्छा, ये बात. Are you able to understand? ज़्यादा हो गया क्या? चलो 5 lakh. Okay. But after 10 years, any land will become 50 lakh, you know. Suppose I have taken a land in a remote area, Hyderabad remote areas. Right now it will be available in 1 lakh, 4 lakh, 5 lakh, whatever. After 10 years, when the expense will be there, metro will come there, the price will become 10 times, 12 times, 15 times, like this. Correct? Now when I came here na Hyderabad 7 years before, this area, that time flat was available at what? At that time it was available at 3,000 per square feet. Per square feet. I'm wrong? 3,000 per square feet means if you want to purchase a flat of 2,000 per square feet, I need to pay what? 3,000. So how much it is cost? 60 lakh. 60 lakh. It was an investment 7 years before. 7 years before, 60 lakh. Correct now. Now same thing is what? Same square. Now what is the cost? You know? Huh? No, उतना भी नहीं होगा. 3,000 per square feet I am saying. It is 12,000. Around 11,000 it is now. 11,000 per square feet. So 2,000 into 11,000 square feet. How much? 2 crore 20 lakh. 60 lakh become 2 crore 20 lakh. This is only flat without land, huh? Without land I am saying. Flat means what? Without land. You know this thing. This actually common people don't know. Therefore I don't purchase flat. I'll purchase land na. Which is important. वैल्यू किसका होता है? लैंड का. बिल्डिंग का तो लाइफ है, खत्म. After 28 will be, there is one act that if the building become 99 years, the government has a power to demolish it. There is one act in India. Any building of the age 99 years, government has a right to demolish it, excluding historical monuments. आगरा में जाके ताजमहल को नहीं गिराते. Are you getting? Are you able to understand? Excluding historical monuments that will not be demolished, but apart from those buildings which are not historical monuments, government has a right to demolish after 99 years. So life is 99 years. Correct now. Means you can use it only for 99 years. So these all apartments, residential apartment, you can use only for how many years? 99 years. And you are paying for that now. Means only 2 generations. After that, once again you need to purchase land to permanent na. So you should invest in land or only building. So this is only what? Without land. No terrace also, huh? Yeah, no terrace. You have no right on terrace. No right on terrace. Only building, and that too only building. Understood now? Apartment, residence apartment. That is the cost of that. With land, so this will be what? If I add land also na, this 2.2 will become what? 10 crore. Understood? In this area I am saying, huh? In this area. Agree? So just 60 lakh become 2.2 crore. Such an inflation. Understood? In 5 to 6 years. In 5 to 6 years it happens. Correct? And it happens after COVID much. Before COVID it was 6,000 only. 6 to 7,000. After COVID ऐसे बढ़ा तो अच्छा. Now this is the rate. Chalo, now I need to work more hard. Correct? But normally I think we should invest where? Because we CA are very much calculative. We think about what? Return from the investment. Means if somebody is buy home, why I will buy? What is the need of buying? Better invest somewhere else. That is the cost now. And rent will be what? Cheaper than what? Purchasing a home. That we can understand. But if you have emotional feeling, then you can buy also. That is some other thing. So someone says rent is what? Expensive. But rent is cheaper than what? Buying a home nowadays. Because we need to pay a lot of interest on that. Because you will buy home by taking loan only. Because we don't have pakka paisa. White money we don't have na. Correct? Wait, sorry. Getting recorded. Correct? Okay. Chalo. Sometime I'll give you some extra gyan when we'll come to C enter. But just try to understand what happened. The value become 5 lakh. Now if the value of this land become 5 lakh, so my question to you, this 4 lakh gain belong to Ram or Ram and Ravan both? Only Ram na. Now if we invest 1 lakh, whatever you have said to, who is in loss? Ram is in loss. So what they said? First you revalue land. First what you'll do? This become 4 lakh. So this 4 lakh will be this gain will be transferred to what? Capital account. So this will become 5 lakh. Now how much Raman should bring? 5 lakh. So can you see we are doing revaluation, we are finding revaluation gain or loss to find out how much capital the incoming partner should bring or how much capital the outgoing partner should withdraw. For that, what is required? Revaluation is required, but can we increase? That is a question. Are we able to understand? Can we increase? That is a question. So first, yes, as per Bakwas concept, we can increase. But if you cannot increase, then how we should react? That is other concept. So that too, revaluation of assets and liability. So now I hope you have understood why we are doing revaluation of assets and liability, not to increase or decrease the value of assets and liability, to find out the capital, how much capital incoming partner should bring, or how much capital outgoing partner should withdraw. Understood or not? Correct concept you understood? Yes, sir. Now, journal entry, so I hope everyone know. Only this point you are strong. But the increase in asset, what journal entry? Asset account debit to revaluation account means we'll do increase or decrease from one account. That account is known as revaluation account. Revaluation account. Understood? Revaluation account. Mahabakwas account means we'll never use this account practically. Understood? Bolo? Which account? Revaluation account. Mahabakwas account will never use after CA foundation. Understood whatever I am saying? Correct. Chalo. I am just giving because you should know this fact. You should know this fact because after becoming C, if somebody asks you, let us revalue, that was subjective issue. Now come to practical, will not revalue. So how to do that adjustment without revaluation? That is another concept. Correct? Right on. What will be the accounting treatment? Accounting treatment. Point number A, for increase in the value of asset. So increase in asset will be debited or credited? Same rules, na? Same golden rules or modern rules? The asset account debit to a revaluation account. Revaluation account. Then for decrease in the value of asset, so asset will be debited or credited? Credited, na? What will be journal entry? Revaluation account debit to what? To asset. Then what? For increase in the value of liabilities. What journal entries? Revaluation account debit to then what? Point number D, for decrease in the value of liability. Then what? Liability account debit to revaluation. Then of course can I see you can prepare revaluation account. After preparing revaluation account, there will be either revaluation gain or loss. Which will to close revaluation account. Because for closing which account? Closing revaluation account. So there can be profit or loss, means there can be gain or loss. So point number one, if revaluation gain, what journal entry? Whether this gain belong to old partner or new partners. When I say new partners means new partners after agreement. AB were old partner, ABC are new partners. Correct? Old partner or new partners? It belong to old partner or new partners? So revaluation account debit to old partners in which ratio? Old PSR, old partners capital account. Of course, in OPSR, we allocated in OPSR. Point number 2, if revaluation loss, what journal entry? Old partners capital account debit to what? Any problem? No problem. This will be also in which ratio? OPSR. Yeah. This concept example will take with full-fledged question. So first we have understood new PSR, then goodwill, then revaluation. Three adjustment we have understood. Fourth, distribution of what? Reserve appearing in balance sheet. Distribution of reserve appearing in balance sheet. So any reserve appearing in the balance sheet are those profit which is not transferred to capital account. So this reserve belong to old partner or new partners? This should be distributed to which partners? So whenever there is a reconstitution, we should distribute all the reserve appearing in the balance sheet in old partner in OPSR. What journal entry? Reserve account debit to what? Old partners capital account in which ratio? In OPSR. So what is the first adjustment we have done? UPSR. Second, goodwill. Third, fourth, distribution. I think this much you have understood. Right? Can we take one question? So first unit completed, second unit completed, come to third unit. Let us take with a very simple question. Correct? Illustration number 1. Now, always use think tree adjustment. NPSR is the common you should calculate if not given. Correct? Goodwill, revaluation, reserve and surplus. Correct? Goodwill, revaluation, reserve and surplus. The following is the balance sheet of Ram and Mohan, whose share 3:2 OPSR as on 1st Jan. Liability, capital, building, plant machinery, inventory, trade receipt, bank. On this date, Shyam was admitted on the following terms. He used to pay 25,000 as his capital and 10,000 as his share of goodwill. For 1/5, his total goodwill is 50,000. Total goodwill is 50,000. The new PSR 5:3:2. The asset are to be revalued. Building, plant and machinery, inventory, trade receivable. So they have given revalued amount. We can find out increase. It was found that a liability of 1500 for the good received but not recorded. So we need to increase the liability for this. We need to increase the liability because it was not recorded. Correct. Give journal entry to record the above. Also give the balance sheet of partnership firm after Shyam admission. Can we do? So they have asked journal entry. Let us do journal entry only. So we are doing question number, illustration number, unit number 3, one by one. First, how much capital he is bringing? How much? So first journal entry, bank account debit to what? I'm adding to S capital. Chalega? Exam don't write S capital. So to Shyam capital, how much? Narration, what do you write down? Being amount of capital brought by Shyam. Second is for what? Journal entry number A. Correct? Better write down. Books of account, journal entries. Journal. Then second journal entry, can I say for goodwill? So you need to do one goodwill adjustment table. Or if you can calculate sacrificing ratio, you can do in that way also. So what do you want? Goodwill adjustment table or sacrificing ratio? Sacrificing ratio, your choice. So you need to give me sacrificing ratio, correct? So what will be the journal entry? As capital account debit how much? 10,000 na? To what? To Ram capital account and to Mohan capital account. So can you give me sacrificing ratio? Perfect. Everyone calculated sacrificing ratio? Bolo. You need to calculate by your own. 1:1. Or you can do goodwill adjustment table. I will prefer goodwill adjustment table. Do that as a working note. I will do. OPSR, new PSR. Do that. Same answer will come, check kar lo. You can do goodwill adjustment table. 50,000. Amount is 50,000. Na? Whenever you are doing goodwill adjustment table, do with full amount. Whenever you are doing goodwill adjustment table, that will be with full amount. Na? So do that. Same answer will come, check kar lo. But that should be a part of working note. Have you got it? First 3:2. 30,000, 20,000. The new ratio is 3, 5:3:2. Bolo. I will do. Ram, Mohan, Shyam. First 3:2. It is 30,000 and 20,000. Then what is the ratio? 5:3:2. It is 25,000, 15,000 and 10,000. Correct? So how much sacrifice? 5,000 and how much gain? Understood now? Bolo. So this will be a part of working note. Understood this point? Then we'll do what? Revaluation, or first whether Shyam is bringing cash for goodwill. Read the question, whether he is bringing cash. Don't say yes no by this. Whether he is bringing cash for goodwill. Huh? No. Let's see. He is to pay 25,000 as his capital and 10,000 is, yes, he is bringing. He is to pay 25,000 as capital and 10,000 as share of goodwill. Because he is to pay. If you are saying he is bringing 25,000, it means he is bringing 10,000 also. English now. You have done one journal entry for capital bank account debit to S. Means he is bringing. So if you say he is to pay itna for capital, itna for goodwill, so 10,000 he is bringing or not? He is bringing. So we need to pass one more journal entry now. What is journal entry? Cash account debit to Shyam capital account. Whether the other partners are withdrawing. No, nothing has been given, so we'll ignore that. Nothing has been given, so we'll ignore that. Understood this point? Goodwill also done. Then we'll come to what journal entry you'll do for this. This narration. Yeah, look, being goodwill adjusted. For this item being goodwill adjusted. Two partners capital account if you want to write down more. Correct? This one, what is the journal narration for this? Being share of goodwill brought by Shyam. Understood? Then we'll come to revaluation. So can you give me the asset whose value is increasing? Can you give me all the asset whose value is increasing? Building value is increasing. So we'll say building account debit by how much? Any other asset whose value is increasing? Only one asset. So building account debit to what? A revaluation account 7,000 being building revalued. Then can you give me the other asset whose value is increasing one by one? Revaluation account debit to plant and machinery by how much? How much? Decrease by how much? 3,000. Then bata. Trade receivable. So trade receivable how much? 500. Then what? There is one increase in liability also. So trade payable will increase by how much? There was unrecorded liability na 1,500. Total become how much? Inventory also will decrease. So to inventory how much? Inventory. Inventory how much? 12,000. And how much is the balance value? 12,000 only. Then okay. What is down note? Well, no, it was found that there was a liability for good received. Liability was not recorded. Where is given the stock is not recorded? Liability for 1,500 for good received but not recorded. Correct now. Just try to inventory valuation is given, then it is the correct valuation only. Can't change it again. They have given inventory valuation, so it is correct valuation only. Why you are thinking that that is also wrong? No, that is the other thing. Just try it one. They have given inventory valuation is this. Now you are challenging this valuation. So if they have given valuation, that is correct valuation only. So why you are challenging that? If you read, it was found that there was a liability for good received. But liability need to be increased now. So try to understand emotions of the sentence. This mistake only you do. Don't think much. Sometimes thinking much also make a small information, yeah, easy information complicate. Don't think much. You just take the information that is given. Why you are thinking much about that? When you think much, then also there is a high chances you are doing mistake. There is a high chances you are doing mistake. So don't think much. Just read as what is given. Correct? So now 12,000. Okay. So total is what? 5,000. So being assets and liability revalued, being assets and liability are revalued. Then you have to find out revaluation gain or loss. So बताओ how much? 7,000 was credited and 5,000 was debited. So there is a gain of 2,000. This gain will be transferred to what? Old partner in OPSR. What journal entry will do? A revaluation account debit to what? To Ram's capital account. To Ram's capital account and to Mohan's capital account. Can I say one of the simplest question? Simplest question na? 2,000. What is OPSR? So it is 1200 and 800. 3 is to 2 na? Being revaluation gain transferred, super easy. Understood? Correct. Now can I say to prepare balance sheet we need to first prepare partners capital account. So we will prepare partners capital account. So how many partners? So now it become 3 partners. So how many column? 3 column. So it is what? Ram, Mohan, Shyam. Ram, Mohan, Shyam. What is the opening balance given? Ram and Mohan. Have you started with me? थोड़ा सा आई विल बी फास्ट टुडे. थोड़ा सा, ज़्यादा नहीं. बी नीड टू मैच माई स्पीड. हाँ, can I start? Now we'll do posting as per the journal entry. This much you have written. First journal entry is what? Cash brought na for capital. So buy cash how much? 25,000. Who is bringing cash? S. Then there is a goodwill adjustment entry. What we have done? Shyam account debit to what? We have done to Ram and Mohan capital account. Correct na? To Ram and Mohan capital account. Shyam will be debited. Shyam will be debited by 10,000. We have done here by Shyam capital account. Are you able to understand the posting? Ram and Mohan will be credited 5,000 and 5,000. Then once again, Shyam is bringing cash equal to his share. So by cash, how much he is bringing? 10,000. Then there is a revaluation gain. Revaluation gain na. So by revaluation account, how much? 1,200 and all transaction posted. Can you find out a closing balance? So by balance carried down, how much? 26,200. Write down 26,200. Then 30,800. Then 25,000. Then we'll prepare what? Balance sheet. Balance sheet. After whose admission? Then after Shyam's admission. You can say all asset will come at revalued amount. All liability will come at revalued amount. Capital already we have calculated the balance. So can you give me one by one? Building. थोड़ा सा I am fast हाँ. You need to match my speed. You need to match my speed. ठीक है? 25,000. Then plant and machinery how much? You are just giving me revalued amount huh? It is what? 12,000. Then what? Inventory how much? 12,000. Then what? Trade receivable how much? Trade receivable decrease na? 9,500. Then bank. Bank will also change. So what is the opening balance? Then how much capital brought? 25,000. Then how much goodwill share brought? This much is the capital how much? Sorry, bank how much? Bank is what? 40,000. Are you able to understand? Capital. How much Ram capital? 26,000. How much Mohan capital? 30,800. And how much Shyam capital? 25,000. Can you give me the total? I am saying total of capital, right? Then trade payable. How much trade payable will increase by how much? It will become how much? You will see balance sheet tallied. How much balance sheet? How much? 98,500 and 98,500. I think life cannot be simple than this. थोड़ा सा it will be थोड़ा सा much advanced in exam, but not 90% advanced than this. I will say only 20%, 10% complex it will be. It will be very easy. Partnership, PA foundation. If you have done whatever I have done in class, you can score with less practice also. I said final account practice required, consignment practice required, inventory practice required, rectification practice required. In this, so I will say whatever I have done in class, that much you will do because we are doing a lot of questions. That much if you follow, you can do. But use my method as I am doing. Correct? In final account, I have said how to do. If you do first trading account, then PL account, then balance sheet, then only one question in 3 hours you'll do. Correct? You need to follow my method. Huh? First question I have just taken to inform you that this type of questions are very lollipop na. And already you in class 12 you have done this type of question. I am just giving some more ideas. Why we are doing so, why it is required, that I am just giving. But already lot of questions you have practiced like this. Lot of questions. So as far practice is concerned, not much practice required. Correct. Have you understood goodwill? Have you understood revaluation? There is one Mahabakwas more concept, hidden goodwill. Have you done hidden goodwill? I hope you have never understood what is hidden goodwill. Have you understood hidden goodwill? This is maha bakwas concept. Means I have also not understood in my student life what is this. Point number 5. Hidden goodwill. Means goodwill we have understood. Now what is hidden goodwill? No, hidden goodwill concept means what? You'll start laughing. Hidden goodwill means the goodwill information is hidden in the question. Means from the information given the question, you need to find out goodwill without applying the method whatever we have discussed. So yeah, this is what joke now. Joke. This is not a practical concept. There is no concept like hidden goodwill. So you have done this hidden goodwill. How many have done hidden goodwill? What your teacher said? You have not understood only, na? You have understood. But what your teacher said? So याद होगा. Anyone who can explain what their teacher said? Huh? You don't remember. You have done or not? But it is nothing from practical point of view. Only from examination point of view. Goodwill we have understood. So goodwill we have calculated by using valuation method, super profit method, average profit method, capitalization method, and annuity method. We can apply that. Now become expert on that also. Now whenever in any question they have not given any information to calculate goodwill by that method, but we need to find goodwill from the information given the question without applying valuation method. That concept is known as what? Hidden goodwill. Means from the available information find out goodwill without applying valuation method. Let us take one example of what they want to say. Correct now? What they want to say, let us understand. But I hope you are understanding whatever I am saying, my emotions. Correct now? This type of concept are very difficult to teach. Means anyone who are expert, they can only teach this thing. Otherwise, this is rectification. It means value of goodwill. Means believe me, when I become CA and when I started teaching CA foundation for the first time. Correct now? Because I started with Inter. In Inter, there was no concept of hidden goodwill. In CA foundation only we teach. So I started with Inter. Then I started teaching what? CA foundation or CA CBT. That time hidden goodwill. Okay, what is this? Means I was also not able to understand how to teach. Because I have not understood what is hidden goodwill. Correct now. What is this? Because I should also know now what is this. There is no practical term hidden goodwill. Then I understood. Acha, this is hidden goodwill. Understood? This is nothing. So it means value of goodwill is not given in question and also cannot be valued cannot be valued based on valuation method as already discussed. Understand what I am saying? In such case, means when value of goodwill is not given the question and cannot be valued. Such case, goodwill is calculated based on capital of incoming partners. How? This concept is known as hidden goodwill. Let us take one example. A and B are partners sharing profit and loss in the ratio 3 is to 2. Okay, sir. A's capital is equal to 30,000. Okay, sir. B's capital is equal to 20,000. Okay, sir. C is an new partner. He joined as a new partner. Okay, sir. For how many share? For 1/6 share. He decided to bring 25,000 as capital. UPSR is also given. It is 3 is to 2 is to 1. Calculate what? Calculate hidden goodwill. They will stay in this way. If nothing is given, then we will not calculate now. Now they have asked to calculate hidden goodwill. You can see no information about profit, number of years purchase, uh, rate of interest on capital employed, normal rate of return. Nothing is given. It means we can't apply any valuation method. Then also we need to calculate. We will calculate by using which capital? By using which capital? C's capital. What is C's capital? C's capital for how many share? For 1/6 share is equal to 25,000. So we can find out total capital. Total capital. Can you say of new firm? New firm means after admission. Total capital means after admission of C's. So total capital will be 25,000 into 25,000 into 6 means how much? 1,50,000. 1,50,000. Are you able to understand? Now we know what is the capital. From this we'll deduct. Can I say A plus B plus C is capital? Are you able to understand what I'm saying? So A is capital, B is capital, and C is capital is given. A is how much? 30,000. B is how much? 20,000. C is how much? 25,000. How much? 75,000. You can see capital required is 75,000 only. Are you getting? Sorry. Capital required is 1,50,000, but combined capital of ABC is what? 75,000. So the balance is what? Hidden goodwill. Hidden goodwill. How much? 75,000. What is this? Have you understood? Hello, T. Have you understood? Means whenever question says, then only we'll calculate hidden goodwill. Otherwise, we'll not calculate. Then we'll apply the method whatever we have discussed. Are you able to understand this point? Have you understood this point? So this is hidden goodwill. This is total goodwill. This is C's share of goodwill. This is total goodwill. This is C's share of goodwill. This is total. This is total goodwill. Got it? Sometimes we are confused. This is C's share of goodwill. No, this is total goodwill of firm. Understood this point? Let me take one question. Come to Illustration number 3. A and B are partners in a firm sharing profit and losses in the ratio 3 is to 2. B, okay. Then they have given balance sheet, you can read. C was admitted to the firm on the above date on the following terms. C is admitted for 1/6 share of the future profit and to introduce a capital of 25,000. The new PSI is 3 is to 2 is to 1 respectively. C is unable to bring in cash for his share of goodwill. One hint, goodwill need to be calculated. Now if the valuation method is not given, we will apply which concept? Hidden goodwill. Understood. One hint has been given that we need to calculate goodwill. Now he is not bringing his share of goodwill. They decided to calculate goodwill on the basis of C's share of profit and capital contribution made by him to the firm. Since they have given also, even though this point is not given, then also we need to calculate by hidden goodwill. We suppose in exam this is not given. Suppose it is given, so it is okay now. Now that you have understood this point. But suppose this is not given and valuation method information not given, it means we need to calculate by hidden goodwill. Are we able to understand? It is quite possible this para is not given. Are you able to understand? Furniture is to be written down by itna, inventory depreciation by itna, provision required, itna provision par lo. This is for revaluation. It was found that trade payable included a sum of 1400 which is not to be paid off, means decrease in liability. Prepare the following revaluation account and partners capital account. Balance sheet free में बना देंगे. Means in exam don't draw, for practice will draw. Exam में why will free, why? No marks, no, why will draw? Correct. You will calculate what? Hidden goodwill. Then I will do the balance with you. This question also you can do. Hidden goodwill you calculate. Same thing, same formula, whatever I have said, huh? The same way. They have given a capital of C. How much he is bringing? 45,000. Calculated also. इतना fast नहीं करना है. Let others give some time. You have written also properly. No, 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 no. Just write properly and then say, huh? You got 0 marks. 0 marks, anda. Your answer might be correct, but if your presentation is not correct, 0 marks. Write properly everything. This is not CPT exam. Foundation exam. You have written CPT previously. Then why you are doing like this? Arey Baba, write and do. Calculation, calculator में everyone can do. Write properly. How I have written. Written properly. You become first. Anyone who is not getting 45,000, I'll give chocolate. But first disclose that you are not getting. After that you can only do balance, you only do. Revaluation account, partners capital account, you can do now. You will do, I will do. You do. Everyone got 45,000. Then first do goodwill adjustment table. Then revaluation account. Then partners capital account. First do goodwill adjustment table. Huh? You do only. I will not do. I will sleep. I am just informing that this chapter is lollipop. Hurry. You are feeling sleepy? Huh? Want tea? Coffee? Don't want tea, coffee. Then what do you want? Huh? Nothing? You want tea, coffee? Just inform us. We are for you only. All type of services are provided यहाँ पर. Everyone got 45,000. Then are you doing working note goodwill adjustment table? Do it. So illustration number, hidden goodwill. Everyone calculated 45,000. I am not doing, huh? This become working note number 1. Then working note number 2, goodwill adjustment table. You will do GAT. GAT means goodwill adjustment table. Can you say me what is the entry? Entry बताओ. बोलो. Seize capital account debit to what? How much? To AB. To A how much? To B how much? 4,500. And very good. Everyone got this? Now prepare revaluation account. You know how to prepare revaluation account? Achha, we have not done revaluation account. Na? Let us, I will also do with you. For the first time we are preparing revaluation account na? In class. In Bachpan, you have done many times. A revaluation account. In simple word can I say in this way, just try to understand. Everyone calculated adjustment table. Have you got this? Stop. Stop, don't do. Have you done this? Seize capital account debit to AB. Goodwill adjustment table. Done. Not done. Have you understood hidden goodwill? Hidden goodwill have you understood? 45,000. अरे बताना बोलना. हाँ तो I will inform ना. If others are calculating, it does not mean I will not say. Correct? You are not getting. I will inform. You बताओ. What is seized capital? Seized capital. How much is bringing? For how much share? So we'll do into 6. So this become total capital. 1 lakh. 1,50,000 become total capital. Now can you give me A, B and C combined capital? How much A is given? Opening. How much A is given? Opening. 44,000. B is given how much? 36. And C is given 25. Total become how much? 1,05,000 is the total capital. What is the extra? Extra become hidden goodwill. Now understood? Now do goodwill adjustment table. OPSR, new PSR. That goodwill adjustment you understood na? Pakka? हाँ तो do. Once you will complete, then I will come to revaluation account. Others can do. Start preparing revaluation account. But I will also do. I am waiting for him. I am waiting for you, huh? Now everyone, if you have done revaluation account, okay. If you have not done, then also okay. But in both cases, now you listen, because for the first time I am preparing revaluation account. So can I say in this way, in easy way, all revaluation gain means entire gain will be credited and all revaluation loss will be debited. This is easy to understand. Whenever gain is there, means increase in asset is gain, decrease in liability will be what? Gain. Increase in asset and decrease in liability will be gain. So we can say in this we'll record increase in asset and decrease in liability, and in this case we record decrease in asset and increase in liability. So in this way also you can think, instead of forming journal entry we can find out gain and loss. All gain will be credited and all loss will be debited. So can we do one by one? First they have given what? Furniture is to be written down. So written down means what? Gain or loss? Loss will be debited to furniture. Written down by how much? 870. Correct? 870. Correct. Then what is given? Inventory to depreciated. Bata. Inventory depreciated. We don't depreciate inventory. It means decrease in inventory. Depreciation means decrease the inventory by 5%. So to inventory how much? Inventory 1070. You have calculated amount by using 5%. Then a provision is required for trade receivable at a rate of 5% for bad debt. Now in this normally student do mistake. Normally. First you have done this two. First two you have done. Normally in provision, even though you know, you might do mistake. If you don't know, then you'll do mistake only. So I need to inform you in all cases. Now first 5% of what? 5% of 35,000 or 34,800. First doubt will come this. 35,000 or 34,800? 34,800. All are wrong. I said na. Even though you know, you might do wrong. And if you don't know, do wrong. It will be of gross amount. Always gross debtor. You remember when we have done provision for doubtful debt, I said on closing debtor. What is closing debtor? 34,800 ki 35,000? 35,000 is closing debtor and provision is a separate account. Your debtor is 35,000 only. Are you getting? Means provision for doubtful is a separate ledger account. Both are different account. So what is the closing balance of debtor? 35,000. So 5% of this how much? 1. But out of this how much already created? Means you need to increase it by how much? 1550. In this so every student will do mistake. 90% student will do mistake. I mean we need to find out increase in provision. So increase in provision is a loss. We are increasing the provision debited. Means your journal entry will be revaluation account debit to provision for doubtful debt. Revaluation account debit to provision for doubtful debt. With what amount? 1550. Have you understood this point? Add 2. Provision for doubtful debt. So how you have calculated? 5% of what? 35,000 minus what? Have you understood this? Everyone understood? Yes sir. So 1550. Correct. And ICAR knows where you do mistake. ICAR know where you can do mistake, and therefore they will give this type of information in every exam. Because one mistake, revaluation long, revaluation mistake, partners capital account mistake, balance mistake, 12 marks question become 0 marks or 70% marks deducted. One mistake will affect everything, na? That is danger area in ICAR exam, and we don't understand that only. We think only one mistake, now 1 marks will be deducted. No, no, the effect is going everywhere, na? इसलिए I say if you want to do mistake, now do last mistake. If you are doing last mistake, the effect will be at one place, na? Suppose totaling mistake imbalance, it chalega. Are you getting? If you want to do mistake, do at the end. But initial mistake is dangerous. In all forms of exam, CA foundation, CA inter and CA final. Understood? Chalo. This you have understood. Then what is the next point? Provision हो गया. A provision would also be made for outstanding wages. Means you need to create outstanding wages. Whether outstanding wages given. So you need to create, you need to increase outstanding wages. What's your entry? Revaluation account debit to outstanding wages. The outstanding wages how much? 1560. Then the value of building have been appreciated, means gain up to 29,200. Sorry, 29,200. I said nah, I always do mistake with 2 and by when I was in class 12. They sometimes say appreciated to 29,200. Sometimes they say it has been increased by 29,200. So 2 means it is a new value. By means it is the increased amount. Means when I am saying by 29,200 means that is a revalued amount. Increased amount. And when I am saying 2, it is not increased amount. We need to find out now. So 29,200 become new value and 26,000 is the old value. How much increase? Have you understood what I am saying? This 2 and by are dangerous, huh? Have you understood my emotions? I used to do a lot of mistake in this 2 and by when I was a student, class 11, 12. And I said, na, in my class 12 exam, my marks were deducted because it's 2 and by only. So it is increased to, means new figure has been given. It is increased by, means that increased amount is given. Understood? Correct. You are good in English. I know. Then the value of investment is increased by. And is increased by. So 450 is the amount of increase. Correct? So by investment. By investment 450. One more point is there, na? It is found that trade payable include a sum of 1400 which is not to be paid off, means decrease in liability. So by what? Trade payable how much? 1400. For the revaluation gain or loss? There is a revaluation gain or loss. No gain, no loss. Arey bhai, so much mehnat we have done and no gain, no loss. Correct na? This is what not justified. Then we'll do partners capital account. Now whenever you have partners capital account, always think about 4 adjustment. First goodwill, then revaluation, then reserve and surplus, and then capital brought in. First what? Goodwill, revaluation, reserve and surplus, and capital brought in. How much cash brought in? Correct? Can you give me first opening balance? How much? 44,000 and 36,000. Then any capital brought in? How much? By cash 25,000. Any goodwill adjustment? Yes. To A and B's capital account, how much? ABC. C will be what? Debited 7,500. And by what? C's capital, how much A? How much B? Are you able to understand what I am doing? Always think in this way as I am thinking. First opening balance, then cash brought in, then goodwill adjustment. Now whether C is bringing cash for share of goodwill? No. This also you should think na. He is not bringing. Is given in the question. He is not able to bring na. And if he will not bring, the question of withdrawal will not arise. So goodwill done. Then come to revaluation. Revaluation gain or loss? No gain, no loss. Then any reserve and surplus appearing in the balance sheet? No, khatam. Done. 1 second. What I have done? First opening balance. Then whether cash brought in? Yes. Whether goodwill adjustment? Yes. Whether he is bringing cash? No. Whether withdrawal? No. Whether revaluation gain or loss? If yes, do. If no, nothing. Then any reserve and surplus appearing in the balance sheet? No. In this question, no. Closing balance. Find out. Simple, na? 2 carried down how much? 17. How 17? First A will come, na? Done. First A will come. Why C? C से ज्यादा प्यार है तेरे को. अच्छा बता. 40, 48,500. Then B, then C, 17,000. Now balance sheet they have not asked. If you want to prepare by your own. Everyone prepare balance sheet by their own. Acha, I will prepare. One more point I need to inform you. Balance sheet. They have not asked, but we can do now. If they ask, so how to prepare balance sheet? Balance sheet after whose admission? His admission. So can you say all asset and liability will come at new figure? One by one. Building how much? 29,200. Furniture at new amount. 4,930. Inventory how much? New amount. Nothing is given, then old amount only. Inventory nothing, na? Means no adjustment, na? Acha, depreciation 20,330. Then when you are writing debtor, so debtor don't write on net amount because they have given debtor closing balance how much? 35,000. And you can see you have increased provision. So you need to increase your provision, na? So less provision for doubtful debt how much? 1750. 1750, na? 200 was there. You increase it by how much? 1550. It become 1750. Have you understood this point? In this also student no mistake. They will add on less 1550. First to calculation mistake and presentation mistake also. So be careful about debtor. Debtor understood everyone? Why 1750 understood? But danger. That on danger. You will do mistake यहाँ पर. How much? 33,250. Then investment easy. How much? Increase by I think how much? It is 2950. Bank balance we can calculate. What is the opening balance? Then increase by how much? Only 25,000. Total become 40,500. Correct. Capital you can write down from capital account. So capital. A how much? B how much? C how much? A how much? 48,000. B how much? C how much? Total how much? 1,05,000. Then there is one bank overdraft, I think so. Bank overdraft how much? 9,000. There will be one trade payable how much? There is one adjustment for that. 15,000. And there is one new liability also. Outstanding wages. How much? 1560. Correct. Always whenever you have some difference now, it means you have done some mistake in assets liability. Just cross check revaluation account. This balance will tell you because I have done. You can cross check. Don't want to cross check, then also leave it. Tell it now. How much? 1 lakh. Now every balance sheet you will prepare. In this balance sheet I was supposed to inform you this, therefore I have done. Now every balance sheet you will prepare. So that will be practice in class. Balance sheet you will prepare. Understood? Now whenever you have done mistake, so you can do mistake either in bank balance. So be careful about this. Normally I have seen bank balance you do mistake. So bank balance, just see partners capital account where you have written bank, that will be added or deducted. Or you can do some mistake in revaluation account you have not adjusted. So just go and cross check like this, whether you have adjusted building, whether you have adjusted investment, whether you have adjusted trade payable, whether you have adjusted furniture, inventory, provision, outstanding wages. Might happen कि you have missed outstanding wages because there was no item outstanding wages in the balance sheet. Quite possible, and therefore you can miss it. But go and cross check from revaluation account. You will find out we have missed which account, outstanding wages account. So don't panic. In this chapter, always balance sheet will tally. Always. Initially, might be some mistake, but you can easily find out by going through revaluation account or partners capital account. Understood? Have you understood? Correct. This also you want. One question you will do by your own right now, but in how many minutes? Challenge करते हैं. Challenge accepted. Let me see first you can do it or not in that minute or not. Illustration number 4, I think you need to do it by your own. Good question also. Let me read. I will read on your behalf. ठीक है. Dalal, Banerjee, Malik are partners in a firm sharing profit and losses in the ratio 2:1. Their balance sheet is given below. The partners have agreed that Mr. Mistry as a partner with effect from 1st April 2020. What the name? What the card? Mr. Mistry said bring 5,000 toward capital. The value of inventory should increase by 2,500. Furniture should be depreciated by 10%. Reserve for bad and doubtful debt should be provided at 10%. You can see reserve means provision only. So provision is 0. Means you need to create a provision. In balance you write on debtor less provision. Means your journal entry will what? Revaluation account debit to provision. But there is no provision, it become easy. It become easy na. The value of land and building enhanced by 20%, increased by 20%. The value of goodwill, thank you very much. They have given value of goodwill. This is total goodwill or new partner share of goodwill? Total goodwill, value of goodwill means total goodwill. General reserve will be transferred. Thank you very much. We are not knowing about this. Any reserve and surplus will be transferred to what? Old partner in OPSR. The new PSR is 5 is to 5 is to 3 is to 2. 5 is to 5 is to 3 is to 2. The outstanding liability include 1,000 due to Mr. Sen, which has been paid by Mr. Dalal. Oh ho ho. Means there was outstanding liability which is already paid by Mr. Dalal. So you can see we need to pass one journal entry, you need to decrease liability. What journal entry you will do? Outstanding liability account debit to now to Mr. Dalal account. Because we need to pay to Dalal na. The outstanding liability will decrease and Dalal capital will increase. This I have informed you. One point. Necessary entries were to be made, were not made in the books. Means this journal entry is not yet made. So we need to pass journal entry. Journal entry you have understood. But this is not what? This will not affect what? What journal entry you have done? Outstanding liability account debit to Mr. Dalal. This will not affect revaluation. Huh? This is not increase in liability. You have not recorded. This is rectification. You need to rectify it. Understood? Yes, sir. Prepare revaluation account, capital account, balance sheet. I hope you can do it. But how many minutes you want? Itna bhi kam nahi. So you have said 10 minutes. Will you do in 15 minutes? I have given 5 minutes extra. 5 minutes. Your time start now. Don't forget goodwill adjustment. Huh? I think you can do it. Done? Time is left. Write properly. There is nothing to worry. As you write in exam, in that we write down. Huh? Don't write PM, Prime Minister. Don't write BUILD, build. Shortcut don't write. Write down full as you write in exam. Huh? What happened? You are not doing? Doing na? If any doubt, you ask me. Huh? Say I am थोड़ा सा fast. Able to understand na? It can be slow also. पक्का? Now, everyone. Okay, will I do? You want me to do? No, sir. How many of you completed? Those who have not completed, I will do. If you say I will do, don't see think about others, na. Don't think about others. Think about yourself. I will do it. One student will say I will do, huh? But you need to help me. Will you help me? So can you say first the goodwill adjustment table everyone done? Any doubt in goodwill adjustment table? What journal entry you have framed? Mystery account debit to all other partner? All Dalal and Banerjee. Dalal and Banerjee. I hope everyone done correct only. In that I think no doubt. Now this is illustration number 4. So can you help me revaluation account fast? And those who have done mistake, we can discuss that point. Okay. So revaluation account. So I think buy inventory. Buy inventory how much? 2,500. Buy land and building how much? 5,000. To what? Furniture how much? 650. Then what? To provision for doubtful debt. Don't write bad debt. Huh? To provision for doubtful debt, and you can write on PFDD in exam. Huh? Provision for doubtful debt how much? Then there is a revaluation profit. Write on two partners capital account. Which is partner? Dalal, Banerjee, Malik. What is the total revaluation gain? 6,000. It will be allocated which ratio? 2520. 2520. I think all have done same. Anyone have doubt? Correct. Understood how to write on two partners capital account? Then allocate in OPSR. Okay. Then we'll prepare what partners capital account. Understood? Correct. So there will be four partners. Whenever four partners, na, so you need the account become congested. However, in exam, I have already informed you, they will give you horizontal page. They will not give you vertical page. But if suppose they have given vertical page, you can make it horizontal and you can do it because less space. And if you write it small, then they need to use what? Chalo. Opening balance how much? 12,000, 12,000, 5,000. Then first cash adjustment, whether cash is coming in. So buy cash how much? 5,000. Then goodwill adjustment. Batao. Buy what is the name of new partner? By Mystery Capital na. How much? 1,000, 1,000, 00. Then to what? Dalal and Banerjee capital account. It is 2,000. Correct. Then whether he is bringing cash for goodwill? No. Whether any withdrawal? No. Then revaluation profit. So by revaluation account already we calculated 2520, 2520, 1260. Then any reserve and surplus appearing. So by general reserve how much? 2,600, 2,600, 1,300 nil. Correct. Then there is one rectification also. So by outstanding liability. So by outstanding liability 1,000 na? So Dalal will increase by 1,000. Then we write on 2 what? 2 balance carry down. So 2 balance carried down how much? 19120, 18120, 7560, 3000. Got it? Now once you have drawn this balance, it is a matter of what? 2 minutes. Only be careful about outstanding liability will also decrease by 1000. Have you done this correctly? Balance sheet you can prepare. Balance sheet prepared? Prepare? Understood? I think easy. Now if you have understood this much, let us take one concept, then we'll give break. So can I say in this way one thing? Write down. Steps for admission. I'm just giving for your what? Quick reference. First, what? First, think about cash brought by incoming partners. Always. Okay, this is one important adjustment. Then second, think about what? Goodwill adjustment. When I am saying goodwill adjustment, so there are three journal entry in that, huh? So all three journal entry you should think. There are three journal entry. Understood? First journal entry is mandatory. The second and third depends upon information. Then think about before revaluation, think about rectification. If there is rectification, that is also important. In this question, rectification was given. So before revaluation, think about rectification now. You will never miss it. Otherwise, sometimes missed हो जाता है. Now before revaluation, we'll think about rectification. Then what? Revaluation. Then revaluation. Then what? Reserve and surplus appearing in balance sheet. The last point which is not yet done, known as proportionate capital, coming soon in your life. Proportionate capital. This proportionate capital will do only if required in the question, otherwise will not do. So till now we have not done proportionate capital. So only if required. Then we'll find out closing balance. So these are the steps for incoming partner. It will not be more than that. They may increase the working by giving what valuation of goodwill. That one working note will increase. Correct now. They may give some rectification, so they may trouble you by giving rectification. In this question, they have given rectification. They may give some other rectification, but that is the way to trouble you. Nothing more than that. Correct. Have you understood? Always will think in this way. First cash adjustment, then goodwill adjustment, then rectification adjustment, then revaluation adjustment, then general reserve adjustment, then what? Proportionate capital adjustment, that will be if required. What is proportionate capital? That will do. But before that, one more important concept. Point number is going how much? 5 completed. So point number 6 write down. Memorandum revaluation account. Now already I have said revaluation account is bakwas. Understood? But it is an important concept to find out how much capital new partners should bring. Concept is important, but that account is bakwas. Why the account is bakwas? Because assets and liability, the value cannot change. We cannot change the value until it is required by accounting standard or in accounting standard. So till now we have not done AS, so we don't know which asset can be revalued and which asset cannot be revalued. So right now we are not discussing the AS part. But one thing is we have understood that This revaluation account is bakwas as per historical cost concept. But a concept is required to find out capital. Concept is important. Concept is correct. But account is not correct. So it means we should change the method of recording so that whatever wrong we are doing, that can become correct by using one account that is known as memorandum revaluation account. Have you anytime prepared memorandum revaluation account? I think class 11, 12 that concept was not there. If you have done CA foundation, then you have done memorandum revaluation. So very important concept, but this can be done only asked. If not asked, we'll use revaluation account. So when to use this concept, Adam? Whenever question specify not to change what? Not to change what? The value of assets and liability. Understood? Value of assets and liabilities on reconstitution of firm. Then memorandum revaluation account is prepared. Means, can I say in this way? In this case, assets and liability will appear in balance sheet after reconstitution at which value? At book value before what? Before reconstitution. Have you understood this point? This will not change the value, it will come at the same book value. It will come at same book value. So how to prepare memorandum revaluation account? Acha, in which chapter I have used memorandum account, if you remember? In which chapter I have used this word? Consignment chapter. No. Sales on approval chapter. And in that chapter I said memorandum account is actually a rough account which will not be a part of double entry system. Means this is only to calculate profit on revaluation. It will not affect your book save account. Means whatever entry we are recording, it will not affect any assets and liability. Are you getting? Means in this account what we'll do? We record all, we write on buy asset, means any increase in asset will be recorded. Then we write on buy what? Liability, and any decrease in liability will be also recorded. Are you able to understand? Correct. Similarly, we write on to what? Asset, increase or decrease? Decrease will be recorded. And similarly, we write on to what? Liability, increase will be recorded. Are you able to understand? Means whatever we used to do in revaluation account, same thing will be posted, and this will be revaluation profit or loss. Let us assume revaluation profit. It can be revaluation loss also. Let us assume revaluation profit. So if there is a revaluation profit, this revaluation profit will be distributed among which partner? So can this will be distributed among all partner in OPSR. And if there is a revaluation loss, that will be also distributed among all partner in OPSR. Either profit or loss. Understood by. Correct. Now what we'll do? Whatever increase we have done, means any asset which has been increased, immediately will decrease it. Means this account will be done in two parts. Means if you have increased and immediately you also decrease it, so can the value of asset remain unchanged? Correct. So whatever asset we have increased, immediately on the same date you will decrease it also. Now same asset you decrease it. Correct. Same liability you will increase it. Are you able to understand whatever I am saying? Correct. Same asset you previously you have decreased, now you will increase it. Are you able to understand what I am saying? And same liability, whatever you have increased, now you will decrease it. Correct. Have you understood this point? My question to you all, if in the first part there was a revaluation profit, in second part there will be profit or loss. Are we able to understand? If in the first part there was a revaluation profit, so in the second part there will be profit or loss? Huh? Loss only na, because the opposite side will be now more simple na, mathematics. The opposite side more, so if there is a profit, now it will become loss. So can I say now the same amount will become loss? Are you able to understand what I am saying? Same amount will come, but now it will be revaluation loss. Now this revaluation loss will distribute among new partner in new PSR. Means all new partner na, among new PSR. Understood? Just try to understand. Means one thing is clear, that with this account, asset liability remain unchanged. Bolo yes or no? That was our objective. But you have not understood why first part OPSR and second part new PSR. Rectification, so you will not ask me this doubt, I know. You will not ask me this doubt, na? Will you ask? तो पूछ. Now who said yes, sir? पूछ. Because he has asked, therefore I am explaining. Otherwise, so I would have not explained. Understood? Correct? Because he has done, only one student has asked me, so now I need to explain. Correct? Just try to understand. I always say change yourself before coming to CA Inter. Correct? Before coming to CA Inter, change yourself. When I was in class 12, so I have taken mathematics coaching. Class 12 only I have taken one class mathematics. Correct now. And the reason was that I need to become fast from a teacher in class. The class they will teach one chapter धीरे धीरे धीरे, तो हो जाता है. So I need to be fast, means I need to complete the entire syllabus in 6 months. Then do masti. Correct. So I have taken classes. Okay. So that time what, in my native place, what happened? One table will be there. Teacher will be seated inside that one round circle, and all will be sitting what? In front at circle में. Only 5 to 6 students will come. मजा आता था. Correct ना? So suppose I am going, so others 8-9 people will come. Understood? And when I am coming, so I used to ask a lot of doubt. Why this? Why this? Why this? So I used to ask so much doubt. My teacher was engaged in me only. He used to engage in me only now, because others are not asking doubt. So he will solve my doubt now. And 1 hour time, 1 hour over. So other students started complaining. So you are not concentrating on us. You are not asking doubt. Because we don't have time to ask only. Before that he is asking. So he has changed my time. Now I was only coming and no others. When I used to get, then that other student used to come. He changed my timing only because he understood when he will come, he cannot concentrate on other student. Everything you should also become like that. I'm not here to what say something great about me. I was also like you, but I have some special quality that I was having that special quality. See, you should always be what one step forward than others. If you are not able to understand, don't be silent. You have given fees now. Fees was how much, 100 rupees per month. That time गाँव में इतना ही होता है. Correct. 100 rupees per month. Correct now. So that was also big amount for us. So what I am saying is right now though you are paying huge money na. So you should ask out till you understand. I said OPS or NPS. Why? Why OPS NPS? I have not understood, sir. Explain. I will say, no, I don't know. Now then refund fees. Simple, na? Correct. So this habit you should inculcate before you go to what? CA enter. Otherwise, CA enter syllabus is so vast that you will not be able to understand how to react in classroom. And every subject will be new subject, na? CA enter what is going to happen with you. You know, see, there are 8 subjects. First will be accounting, but just try to understand. Every chapters will be different. Even though you know accounting, but you don't know anything. Correct? The subject you know, but the content you don't know. So it is also new. Second will be what? Audit. You know. Third will be costing. You know. Then tax. You know. Then law. चलो थोड़ा बहुत समझ गए. But you know this is what? Something totally different because company law will be introduced in your life. Correct? Law. That will be very vast. Correct? Then what? There is one subject FM, financial management. With that there will be economics. Economics will be sub part of that. Correct? Then one subject I forgot. Accounting and advanced accounting. Correct? And the last will be what? That is Maha dangerous. EIS SSM. EIS and SM. Short form. That is what? Environmental system audit like this. Correct? EIS. Whatever. So there are all subjects will be different. And that to 8 subject for the subject double and the content will be what 3 times with of that means accounting if it is this much so 3 times will be the content. So syllabus will be very vast. That much you need to study in CA Inter. Before that I am saying change yourself. Change yourself. The approach should change. However, it is very easy. Why it is easy, why I say CA easy? Not because of content, not because of syllabus. Why it is easy? Because out of 100, 80% students are not studying. You need to fight with only what 20%. If you understand this thing now, you will pass. Out of 100 students, 80% are not studying only. They are the khatam. अरे बोलना रही है. So only you need to compete with what 20%, and out of 20%, 20% is result. This is a fact I am saying. Means they are studying, but they are not studying as per the requirement of ICI. You need to only study as per the requirement of ICI. Therefore, I say CA is very easy because your competition with only those students who are studying, and most of the students are not studying. This fact we know. Those who will not study, they will pass. How they will pass? Then everyone will pass. So they will not pass. Simple reason. Correct? So that we need to understand. In foundation also, if you are not studying, you will not pass now. You will not pass. So that's why I say CA Inter, CA Foundation, everything is easy if you study. And study के आगे और एक word है. If you self-study. Self-study is more important than class. Self-study is more important than class. If you are coming in class, you are thinking you will pass, then so everyone will pass. Everyone is coming in class. I don't think so. Anytime attendance was below 90%. 90% student every time coming, na. Everyone is coming in the classroom. Even though you are not coming, you might complete that class by taking video classes. That is not a point whether you are coming or you are not coming. Point is that whether you are doing self study or not. Correct. Now, the point was that whenever new point comes, why OPSR, why new PSR, you have understood, and now you can do it. But you till now have not explained the concept. One thing you have understood, that with this memorandum revaluation account, asset value is not going to change. But second point, why OPSR, why new PSR? But let me explain. You have understood this is revaluation gain. Can I say amount of revaluation gain and amount of revaluation loss will be same? Means what we are doing? Suppose A, B, C are partners, where A, B are old partner and A, B, C are new partner. Means this is what OPSR. This is what NPSR. So first we have allocated in OPSR. Suppose amount is what? Let us assume amount of revaluation profit is 5,000. Let us assume it become 3,000 and 2,000. And what is 3 is to 2 is to 1? How much coming? 2,000. Then 1,500. Then 1,000. Means can I say what we have done? This is the gain. Gain na. This is what? Sacrifice. And this is also sacrifice. Means ultimately what happened? Can I say gaining partner will compensate what? Sacrificing partner in sacrificing ratio without recognizing the increase or decrease in balance sheet. It is as simple as whatever we have done for goodwill. Gaining partner compensate sacrificing partner without recognizing goodwill. Same thing we are doing now. It is not a new concept. Already we have done this with what? Goodwill. Goodwill may amount of goodwill whether it came in the balance sheet. You are not writing goodwill in the balance sheet, but you have adjusted the amount of goodwill with partners capital account to find out true capital. See how much capital should be brought in by new partners. Same thing, if there is a revaluation gain or revaluation loss, can I say gaining partner should compensate sacrificing partner for the amount of that revaluation gain? It is OPSR and then new PSR automatically adjusted. Automatically adjusted now. So can I say with this, when I am saying revaluation gain will be allocated to old partner in OPSR, then revaluation loss will be allocated to new partner in new PSR. Automatically, can I say it means gaining partner will compensate sacrificing partner in sacrificing ratio without changing the value of assets and liability in the balance sheet. Understood? This is the concept. Concept have you understood? Why we are doing OPSR and UPSR? Understood? Correct. So just write down one note. This you have understood? Note. Instead of preparing memorandum memorandum revaluation account, means suppose if in exam they have not asked you to prepare memorandum revaluation account, you will not prepare memorandum revaluation account. It will take so much time na. First part, then second part. So what we can do in working note, we can calculate revaluation gain or loss, and then revaluation gain will do adjustment table as we have done for goodwill. Same effect will come or not. It will save our time. It will save our time. If they have not asked what? Memorandum revaluation account. Instead of preparing memorandum revaluation account, revaluation gain or loss can be adjusted among partner by recording a single journal entry by using following adjustment table. Understood what I am saying? By using following adjustment table, same will do partners A, B, C. Suppose these are old partners and suppose this is new partners. So first we'll do OPSR, correct now? Then we'll do what? New PSR. Are you able to understand what I'm saying? Correct? We need to find out which is sacrificing partner, which one is gaining partner. So from this table we can understand this is gaining partner. Gaining partner will be debited and these are sacrificing partner. This will be credited. So we can pass one journal entry. Gaining partner to sacrificing partner. Same journal entry. Correct? So journal entry remains same. Journal entry is what? Gaining partners capital account debit to what? Sacrificing partners capital account. Means concept remain same as what we have done for goodwill. Understood? I think till now no question have been asked for memorandum revaluation exam. I think correct, but can be asked. Can be asked because question has been given in ICI study and is the important concept. So can be asked. So this is just like Jhatka in exam. Means 90% question will do revaluation. Automatically they sometimes they will ask memorandum revaluation. दिमाग नहीं चलता. So it means this concept need to be revised before exam. Then only you can do it. Otherwise नहीं चलेगा. Correct? Write down important concept MRQ in this concept and we'll do one question but we'll take break. After break we'll do that question. चलेगा? Yes sir. We'll take break.